Hey everyone. And just as I turn the mic on, a bike drives past. Because of course it does. We're back with the Thursday night stream, ready to continue Alundra. Check how my brew's doing. Is it still too hot? Yep. Alright, so where we left off yesterday. What do we got? Hand for Kline. Kline was becoming some sort of monster. Broke into our bedroom while we slept. It was weird. It's also night time. Alright, so let's get going. Well, this is actually the first time we see the village by night. What do you mean, nice of me to visit? This is where I live. You were visiting me. Well, yeah, he said as much. It wasn't very friendly. I'd say it was rather unfriendly. He's probably still in the village. Yeah, sure, I may end up in a situation where I need you. So we don't see the village that often at night, but it does look quite nice. Deceptively peaceful at the minute. Despite what just happened. This door's open. Kline. Those are the same noises from Sybil's dream. In that dream, Kline was running from something and turned into a monster when he couldn't escape. Which doesn't bode well. Hey Bane, how you doing? Kline. Well, he's not in his house. And not too bad. Not too bad. You haven't missed much, we only just started. Trying to find Kline after what happened last time. The exits have been barricaded. Looks like he's trying to make a play for catching us alone. No, I need to upload a video discussing that, actually. What makes you think he'll be asleep at daybreak? Yeah, everything's pretty fine. Tomorrow's upload is scheduled as normal. Oh, this game really has gone on for a while, hasn't it? We're 6 hours in. We still have so much left to do. Changed by a nightmare rather than killed. Just this. 26? I was worried it was 25. I don't recall hitting 26. But yeah, I've been... we've gained quite a few subscribers over the past couple of weeks. Which is always nice. Don't know who the subscribers are because if you have your subscriptions listed as private on your channel, then even the channels you subscribe to can't see that you're subscribed to them. They can see the number, they can't see you. Alright, what are we doing about this, Septimus? Under the control of a nightmare, you say? So they don't just confine people to their beds till death. Huh. And everybody's closed the doors, probably a good thing. Except you still. Oh, everybody's guarding Kline's house. Oh yeah, Kline does seem to be the only person in the village capable of actually doing anything. Saw Kline looking through your bedroom window. Isn't your bedroom on the second floor? How do you get up there? Oh, is she already here? Yep. Mayor and Beaumont. Okay. Completely ravaged. Is it hopeless, Maya? Just gonna turn the fan on. Let me know if the fan starts blowing into the mic, please. Devoured his soul. So that's interesting. We haven't seen a nightmare go that far yet. It always was to risk my life, Beaumont. So we haven't seen nightmares progress this far. They don't kill the person, devour the soul and overtake the body. It's fascinating. Well, that'll be fine, yeah, because as long as the mic isn't picking up that it's blowing into the fan, that's fine. Is he though, Maya? Let's do this. I'm gonna rock and roll in this place. I hate this nightmare. What do you mean gamble with Kline's life? As far as you're concerned, Kline's dead. As far as you should be concerned, me trying to save him gambles only with my life. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I'm glad you got that off your chest then, Bane. I hate this nightmare. It's not even that it's a bad dungeon, it's that it's ice physics. Yeah. So if we only move during jumps. No, it's fine. I've heard worse puns. So if we only move when we jump, we don't have to deal with the ice physics. Oh, come on. Really? It's interesting that Kline's nightmare has different music. Like both Bonaire and Wendell had the same horror style music for their nightmares, but Kline's has a very different tone. Okay, so that was 5 hits with the dagger, with the sword it's 3. Right. Whether or not an ice dungeon is irritating depends pretty much entirely on whether ice physics are involved and how much of the dungeon uses those ice physics. Like, the ice cavern in Ocarina of Time isn't too bad because it doesn't use the ice physics that much. But the Ice Palace in Link to the Past is bad because it uses the ice physics a lot. But then it also has that one puzzle which is really irritating. Alright, we made some progress. What the heck? Yeah, I don't think Gaia's Cliff is necessarily that bad. Maintaining body temperature isn't a difficult mechanic. It doesn't last that long, it only exists while you're on the outside. Oh, that, yeah, no, that's fair enough. Although at that point I'm thinking of something other than... I'm really just thinking of ice physics. Okay, so if I push this... I mean, we saw how much trouble I had with finding Alexander in Final Fantasy VII anyway. And I suppose the big issue with Gaia's Cliff, although you know, I consider the snowfield not part of Gaia's Cliff, but I suppose the big issue with the snowfield is if you're going for the optional items. So like actually getting to Alexander, finding the hot spring and then finding the snow is pretty irritating. We have to do this again. Where did the other snow? Where did the other ice pillar go? I'm sure I had that right. Push this here, and then push this down. It's further down, it's out of sight. The perspective in this game sometimes. Okay, jump. And now I need to be right at the bottom. There we go, jeez. So this one is timed. Okay. Well, let's get to it. Nice. Not sure how I get up there. There we go. Doesn't Breath of Fire 3 lie to you about how to cross the Desert of Death? I'm sure I remember reading that somewhere. See what this is about. Not there. Yeah, it does, yeah. That itself's just a middle finger. I hate it when games hide things from you by lying to you. In the end, it's one of my biggest problems with Heavy Rain. And its big twist of who the origami killer is, because it lies to you to keep the twist a secret. What are we doing with... Oh no, I have this. Alright. Not sure how I get there. Nope. I do think like we'll get to some an RPG soon enough. I didn't want to start a new game tonight, mostly because last time I was like, yeah, we're going to continue this today, and also there's a hell of a teaser we ended on, but I think maybe on Sunday we'll start alternating games again. It's still pretty hot. And maybe we'll do an RPG. These push you the other way, but they don't push. Oh, god damn it! Excuse me while I just scream at something. Right, so those moving blocks don't push you with the same force that the others did. This is like if you fall down the middle of Moldorm's pit in Link to the Past. Just as bloody irritating. But I've got some ideas of stuff that we'll play. Alternating with Alundra. It really is one of the things, isn't it? I've been watching a Let's Play of Sonic Adventure, actually. I finished watching that today, and my main thing coming away from it was like, God, I want to play Sonic Adventure now. Well, I want to keep it. I want to keep it retro. Not really. I don't really have the intention that the stream will always do retro stuff. But for the minute, I really do want to focus on old stuff. Really, just for myself, I want to play old stuff. I'm in the mood. There's a sensibility to it. Okay, if you're gonna come out so I can kill you and be done. No. The Sparrow Trilogy, if you want to play the remake, the Reignited Trilogy is currently on sale on PS4. Not sure if I'd go for it though, the price it's at, but it's entirely up to you. Yeah, I don't know what we'll play alongside Alundra. Probably not a PS1 game while we've got Alundra going. Maybe a 64 game. Maybe a Dreamcast game. Who knows? Maybe something I've not played before. Maybe I'll start up Super Mario RPG and actually finish it this time. God, that bugged me when I was playing that on the Super Nintendo Mini. I got locked in that loop. It sent me back like an hour and I just didn't want to do it anymore because that game was boring the hell out of me. I've got the Crash remake trilogy and honestly I don't think much of it. But then I feel like the Crash games didn't really need remakes. And same is true of Spyro. I don't think Spyro really needed to be remade. Mostly because of controls. I think they both still control fine. Crash 1 still has its horrible save issue that they've fixed in the remakes, but... Oh, I can just walk across these. Bloody kidding me. Yeah. But, like, neither of them have gone to an overly cheap price. Like, they've been in a bunch of digital sales, and I think, like, the cheapest I've seen Crash go is 20. Spyro, I think, has gone for 25, and it's like, I got the Crash remake, yeah, alright. I think the original Crash probably plays better than the remake does. They changed the way the hitboxes work in the remake and it doesn't feel right. Oh, I am low on herbs. I did not visit the herb shop. Really? But yeah, like I say, I don't think Crash or Spyro control poorly, and all the remakes really are is the original games with new graphics, and I don't think that was really necessary. Particularly because, like Final Fantasy VII on PS4 being a port rather than them re-releasing the original game, because the PS4 has no PS1 backwards compatibility, it feels like that's the whole point. Feels like they've been remade to make some extra money out of having to port them onto PS4. Yeah, the save system is a joke. I actually did have an LP of it in the works, and I got past Road to Nowhere. I was on the final stretch, and I got a game over in one of the later machine levels, and I was just so tired of it. And it sent me back to before Pinstripe, and I was just done with it. One remake I am kind of interested in is Medieval, and that's for one real reason. I argue that Spyro. No, I got further than that before I quit. I argue that Spyro and Crash don't need that kind of remake because they both play fine. Medieval is a game that always fought with its controls. It's a fun game, it's a fun idea. Its controls were always its biggest flaw, even back in the day. No, honestly, I'm not overly fond of the idea of a remake that does nothing but enhance the graphics. Yeah, I lose a lot of interest in 100% in Crash. And Crash 1, I will never 100%, it's never going to happen. Crash 2, I was on the road to 100% in it once, and I got to the 4th tier. And I had every gem up to that point. And I got to the 4th tier, and I started bleeding lives trying to get some of the gems. And I realised I wasn't having fun anymore. And you know me, my big point with any game is if I'm not having fun, why am I playing it? Yeah, Medieval I'm interested in because of the control issue. I'm looking forward to the remake. What is actually coming out next year that isn't a remake? I'm pretty sure there was some stuff in the Nintendo Direct. 2020 is supposed to be a pretty solid year, but I can't remember why. But yeah, I think a remake where all the remake does is enhance the graphics has no reason to exist. Trials of Mana looks like an interesting remake, I'll give it that. But I want to play the first one. I want to play the original before I play that. Yeah, I don't think a remake where all it does is enhance the graphics has any purpose to exist. Enhancing controls is a good reason to exist. Or bringing the games to a new platform in a new way. My best example of that is Ocarina 3D. I think Ocarina 3D is a fantastic remake, and it it makes Ocarina handheld, and it makes Ocarina of Time playable on a much better controller. I imagine they will. It looks like a lot of effort is going into the Trials remake. Oh hey, there's Sarah. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so spin that. That wasn't as painful as I remember. But yeah, Ocarina 3D brought the game to brought it to handheld, which was a great thing. Redid the entire control scheme, which was great because I've played Ocarina on a bunch of systems. I've played it on Nintendo 64, I've done it on GameCube, I've done it on the Wii U. And the biggest problem is every time they emulate it on another system, the buttons, the analog sticks do not map well to the C stick, to the C buttons. What am I doing with this? There we go, hidden switch. Yeah, the analog sticks do not map well to the C buttons. And Ocarina 3D redid the entire control scheme to make it work, and it's way better. It also ran at a better frame rate. It was 30 FPS rather than 20. It looked really nice, that was a good thing. But it wasn't the important thing. The GameCube port's passable. Again, its biggest problem is that the C buttons are mapped to an analog stick. Hey Professor Snape, how you doing? You've not missed much, we're only in a Kline's dream. So if you remember where we left off last night, oh jeez, that came out of nowhere. If you remember where we left off last night, we were just attacked by Kline. We're like 20 minutes on from that. A door can be heard creaking open. Awesome. Yeah, the GameCube version of Ocarina wasn't... It was decent. The GameCube version of Majora's Mask was a travesty. Damn thing would crash at every opportunity it got. Can't believe Nintendo released it in that state. But again, its biggest problem was the C buttons being mapped to an analog stick. It's bearable, but it's not the way you want to play it. Tell me about it. This is probably one of my most hated dreams. Give me that. It's also really long. Like, Benair and Wendell are very fast dreams. Like, Benair... It surprised me just how fast we got through Benair's dream, but... Yeah, no, I've got this. Kline's Nightmare is a lot longer. Bam. love it when they stick around for a kiss. Too far. Alright, this one's gonna be trickier. Yeah. The real value of Ocarina on GameCube was the Master Quest. But even then, like, much as I enjoy Ocarina, it's gonna be a long time before I do Master Quest. Because while Master Quest is a neat idea, a lot of its actual mechanics are horrible. I didn't really want to do that. You look cracked. I'm going to reset this, but I have an idea of how we're doing it. This might get stuck on a wall. See if this idea works. Creates the problem. Nope, doesn't reset them. I was hoping it'd be a reset switch. Can I get to that chest from there? No, I can't. Wait a minute. Nope. Alright. Okay. So the problem we had was the bottom one. I have the makings of a plan. Yeah, this should work. Yeah. Yeah. Can't keep me down. Oh, there's more of them. It never ends. Alright, where are we going? Here. Is it really just as simple as this? Catch it on there, throw it up here. Catch it on there, throw it to the right. Yeah, I saw it. Not much to think about it, honestly. It looks like a fairly standard FPS. The most interesting thing about it, I thought, was the fact that it's been announced today. And it comes out in under 2 months. That's weird. Yeah, it was announced today, Professor Snape. Out of nowhere, no build up to it, just announced. Out of nowhere, it's not even an event or anything. It's announced. It doesn't tie in with the new Terminator movie either. The trailer makes a big point of it being a product of Terminator and Terminator 2. Yeah, it's PS4, Xbox One, and PC. What am I doing with this? I knew that was a bad idea as soon as I did it. Yeah, set 31 years after Judgment Day. You play as a random nobody in the Resistance who's suddenly targeted by Skynet for termination. I don't know, the story could end up being pretty interesting. Probably not, but, you know, stranger things have happened. I don't know. Colonial Marines... If we go back to the trailer for Colonial Marines that got us all interested in it, there was a different whiff about that. Particularly in that trailer showed a lot. This trailer didn't really show that much of anything. Just that... Can I not? There we go. Just that you play as a character targeted by Skynet for termination. I think I've got this. Maybe. Dawn of Fate. I have that somewhere, actually. I've never actually played it. The only Terminator game I've ever sank any real time into was... God damn it! The only Terminator game I've ever sunk any real time into was the tie-in game for Dawn of the Machine, Rise of the Machines. Terminator 3 had 2 games. It had... We gotta redo this, I have no idea how I did it. Alright, I pushed these both down. There we go. I pushed you. I've done that wrong. Yeah, there were 2 games to tie into Terminator 3. There was Rise of the Machines, and there was The Redemption. The Redemption's the better game. Get that. Alright. Yeah, The Redemption is the better game. It's a third-person shooter with brawler elements. It's not amazing, but you know, you could waste an afternoon on it. Alright, now this door's open. And that leaves us with one more. Okay. Dawn of Fate was exclusive to PS2, if I remember rightly. And I didn't have a PS2 until 2008, 2009. That was on GameCube and Xbox. GameCube, then Xbox. Might as well save that, actually, now we've got 2 keys. I think I recall seeing screenshots of Dawn of Fate in magazines around the time. Not magazines that I actually owned, though. Magazines that I took a quick look at while I was in the shop while my mother was buying something. So it wasn't until GameCube where I started actually getting magazines regularly. NGC was one of my favourite GameCube magazines. It's not a library, don't have books on display. The trick's actually getting out. Not making the effort to slowly climb your way down. Perspective there really doesn't help. I'm trying to figure out which floor I'm actually on. Which parts I have to watch out for. heard they retired Apu from The Simpsons. Did that actually happen? Or was that just hearsay going around? They actually finally stopped using Apu because it was racist. It's not entirely wrong, it is a racist stereotype. Although, you have to question, with it like that, what about characters like Mario? Because if you're going to call Apu a racist stereotype of Indians, you've got to accept that Mario's a racist stereotype of Italians. I'm going up the left side. Left side will be simpler. Oh. Okay. I've seen bits of Simpsons. I haven't actually sat down and watched a Simpsons episode in years. Every time I see a new Simpsons episode, one of the newer Simpsons episodes, I'm automatically biased against it, mostly because you can visually tell that it's a new Simpsons episode. Beyond that, there's always been something weird about Simpsons trying to keep up with the current day. That's not where I wanted to go, god damn it. First 10 seasons are great. I'd say about halfway through season 2 is where it starts getting really good. But I'd say there are points up to season 12 where you can still find some hints of genius. But by season 12, well, pretty much all of the writers were gone. All the good writers were gone. The entire attitude had just changed. Alright, I see where I've got to go. There we go. No idea why that took me so long to figure out again. Simpsons is 30 years old, yeah. As a series, it began in 1989. Okay, let's just get out of here. Is there much beyond this? I don't remember. I forget how far it is to the boss. I remember this boss is actually very different to most of the other bosses. Although I'm not going to spoil in what way. Right. Yeah, I'll take that. I needed it. Yeah, I think it's weird when you see Simpsons trying to do more modern stuff, relate to modern ideas and stuff like that. It's weird to me when you see stuff like... Yeah, but the series, I mean, the series itself started in '89. It's weird when you see an episode with Homer with a smartphone or somebody's got a tablet and it's like, what? It really does feel to me like Simpsons should have stayed in the 90s. Not necessarily that it should have ended in the 90s, but more that... this is the boss. Let me finish this point. More that... culturally, The Simpsons should not take place outside of the 90s. Although it probably should have ended a long time ago. Alright, let's do this. Fine. Kline, run away from it. Thank God this is top down, because if we got a better look at that thing, that's horrifying. No! Fine! Eat that, you dodongo! Move away, Kline. Just grab that. I think I gained more than I lost. I think South Park has been... I do agree that South Park has become a vehicle for social commentary. I think it really started to fill that niche around season 5. When it started figuring out that it could be more than just a sweary cartoon. Have it. Keep moving, Kline. That said, I've not actually watched South Park. Why did you move, Kline? I've not actually watched South Park in several years. Get going. them over there, you monster. Go. Run, Kline, run. Do that. Ah, you abomination. Where is it, Sedgman? I'm almost done. Alright, take your time. Press snip. You finally become the monster. Don't anybody feel the need to help. It's okay. That isn't fair. Nothing fancy then. I bet Giles isn't with me in spirit. I suppose there's the question, how do you measure mental fortitude? Another one gone. And that does raise the question, once again, if the nightmares progress that far, do they all not kill? Do they all transform the body? If we'd left Wendell to his fate, would he have died or would he have transformed? Well, Jess is working again. Let me take a look at something, because I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it is an interesting thing. One of the ice pillar puzzles in Kline's Nightmare, involving 8 pillars, is notorious for its difficulty, especially considering the relative earliness of the dungeon. So many players found it difficult that the developers of the game actually released the solution themselves. No. I wasn't sure if there was a way to prevent Kline from turning into a werewolf. He will die, he's guaranteed to. But I wasn't sure if you could prevent him from turning into a werewolf if you managed to do the fight well enough. Thanks, Jess. So now we have the bow. It's a pretty solid weapon. Good range. Well, I guess that's our next destination. But I think we should explore the village first, see what else is going on. But before I forget, I'm gonna buy some stuff. Bam. How many do we have? 5, so it's 4 more. Bam. Yeah. Let's get the last one. Really wish you could buy these in multiples. Or just have herbs dropping from the ceiling. What's up, Sierra? Okay. What are you up to, Sybil? I mean, do I have 2 crests? No, I have 1 crest. What are you talking about? Oh. Who knows? I mean, it's always fun when people speak in riddles. Okay. Why does she know that name? thing. Releaser isn't a name everybody should know. Swamp to the southeast. Yeah, no, I was there, I saw it. Well, you presume your god is benevolent. Or gods. I wonder what's got everybody talking about the swamp all of a sudden. So when they were talking about the desert, it was because the bridge to the desert had been unblocked. A tree had fallen on it and it was gone now. When they're talking about the coastal cave, it was because the beach, the tide had gone out. So why are they talking about the swamp? Mary, get over yourself. I'm not saying get over your daughter's death, I'm saying get over yourself, jeez. What have you actually done since you came here, Mayor? You stood around and complained. Don't come crying to me when you need my help, then. So you just try to be a friendly guy and everybody's all like, blah, you're killing people. What up, burgers? If I could, I'd kick that kid. Okay. Why? Oh, well, thanks, Beaumont. Dick. Some people. Hey, what's up, Septimus? Oh, really? A giant rock plunged from the heavens into the woods east. Was that evil force called Genova? Swear to God, we're dealing with aliens again. Japan has a weird thing with like the major forces of evil in their stories being from space. Probably a good instinct, Wendell. You know, I'm gonna give you props there, Bane, for turning that into a Simpsons reference. Well, that bodes well. My origin. We're really making JFK references? Oh no, please, don't strip me of my disguise. You pods. Alright, let's go. I wonder what's changed at the get into the swamp there. There is a map screen, isn't there? Wait. Yes, there is, but I think it can only be accessed by talking to you still. Can I break this with the flail? Nope. Can I break it with the arrows? No. We're gonna head southeast. The question is how. Southeast is the other direction. I always get these two confused. God damn it. So it's further past the desert. You know, I completely forget whatever's in the swamp. Let's see. Tarn's Manor, Dark Swamp, into a village. I always get my east and west confused. And pretty much every time I think I've got it right, I'm actually confused. To the marsh. Oh god, there's lizard men. They have swords. It's a good thing you have those boots that when you walk in water. Otherwise this might be a little bit worrisome. I wonder what that is. Hole in the ground. Okay. There's a big statue of a lizard man here. It's a little bit weird. Thank you. Thank you. Stop blocking. I hate monsters that can block. That's why the Stalforce is like my least favourite enemy in Ocarina of Time. Alright, so there's a hole up here. Money. So is Is this the dungeon? Ooh. I didn't think it'd be this obviously open. But you know what I was thinking about Simpsons? One of the weirdest things I saw in one of the more recent episodes, as I glanced in on it during one of the times it was on in the living room, Apu's nephew, Jamshed, has grown up. There's an episode where his nephew essentially takes over the Quickie Man, and he's an adult now. But like the last time I remember seeing Apu's nephew, his nephew was younger than Bart or Lisa. He was maybe a little bit older than Maggie. You know, I remember this boss now. I don't remember if it was difficult. Oh. Is this going to be like Skull Woods? There are multiple entrances here. Excuse me, fellas. What if I need to use my new weapon? What if that's what's changed? Aha! Boy, do I love that I can move properly in water now. Yeah, it's one of the weirdest things, like, okay, having nobody age, fair enough. Having one character age that much is really weird. It's like if all of a sudden the octuplets were the same age as Bart and Lisa. No, you were supposed to open when I beat those things. Okay, so where am I going? Right. Timing on this is going to be really irritating. Strength tonic, I've got one. I don't want to open it again, I want to charge my sword. Alright, so that's too high to get up from here. Alright. Okay, bottom right. There it is. And then here. The pathway on some of these is actually really weird. I have no idea what that got me. will do Simpsons Hit and Run at some point. Though I expect anything involving that's just going to devolve into Simpsons quotes. And I have the Simpsons game on PS3, which I've never actually beaten. Really, none of you? Oh, cool, this leads to the other entrance. You're not allowed on stairs. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, mate. I did it once for my sins and never again. I feel like if we're gonna do Bart versus the Space Mutants, we're actually not doing Bart versus the Space Mutants. We're doing a casual stream that's gonna look at a bunch of Simpsons games. Bart versus the Space Mutants, Bart versus the World, Chicken Scratch, Prester's Funhouse. I don't think we're going to do just a stream on Bart versus the Space Mutants. That was fun. A fun fact, I actually do have some history of Bart versus the Space Mutants. My dad had it on his Amiga years ago as a kid, and it's the only game I ever remember playing on his Amiga. That was wonderful. Purpose here. Windows 98 emulator. Alright, let me see if we can get past these guys and try that again. There's gotta be a purpose to it, I'm not sure what it is. See, there's the problem with going through this door. You don't go through the door, you just bam, and suddenly you're way up top. Which almost guarantees you're going to get hit. What if I can throw this on one of these spiked walls? Oh. If I could do it right. As a kid, Bart vs. the Space Mutants only ever caught my attention. This game I was unsure of what it was for years. I don't think I realised what it was until the AVGN review. You know, if that's true, Professor Snape, that will be very helpful. I'll check it now, thank you. But yeah, I never... Yeah, you're right, excellent. Thanks, Professor. Yeah. I was never sure of what that Simpsons game was until the AVGN review. And while it doesn't have as much colour as the Amiga version did, it's definitely the same game. There we go. Okay, that's done something. Awesome. Where am I now? I'm clearly the Master Swordsman. And just almost there to being able to purchase that life vessel from my owner. Instant staircase. Oh, that's different. No way. You're irritating. That's not friendly. There, we can use a herb then. Makes things simpler. So the herbs can restore between 5 and 9 points of health. I always hate randomness in healing. Which Zelda are you getting, Professor? Oh, it's got to be the new one, hasn't it? I'm an idiot. Yeah. Weird thing, I saw the Digital Foundry report for Link's Awakening today saying that it has frame rate issues. And it's like, what are you doing that a remake of a Game Boy game on modern hardware has frame rate issues? Okay, I want some health. That's not health. Okay. Awesome. I don't know where this goes. Backtrack. Yeah. I'll pick up. Not dealing with you guys again. I'll pick up Link's Awakening eventually. I'm in no real hurry for it. I do want to finish the original version at some point. Well, problems with games that have been ported to the Switch I can understand. The game that Nintendo has made themselves, unless the Grezzo make it. But a game built for Switch should not have frame rate issues, especially when this game is a remake of a Game Boy game. I think it depends on the multi-platform. Rather than never buy multi-platform, I'd say look into any game that's multi-platform if you intend to buy the Switch version. Because I've got a bunch of multi-platform games that are really good on Switch. Starlink is the best on Switch. It plays fine and you have the Star Fox characters, which are really out of place, honestly. It's hilarious. I have Okami on Switch and it plays fine. I think you have to take it in a case-by-case basis, honestly. There we go. Oh, I remember. That. What was over here? Just that, okay. Yeah, I think you have to take it in a case-by-case basis. Most recent multi-platform game I picked up on Switch was Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, and it plays just as well on Switch as it does on every other system. That is to say, not as good as the original. Considering picking up Bloodstained on Switch. It came out like a week later. I was gonna get it on Switch if they had one of the usual things. Often if you pre-order a game on the Switch eShop, you will get a discount on it. And I was gonna grab it if it did. I was gonna pre-order it and it didn't have a discount, so I didn't. I just grabbed it on Xbox instead. And while I'll definitely agree that Bloodstained on Switch was a problem, Bloodstained had technical issues on every platform. It's honestly kind of sad. I thought Bloodstained was a fantastic game, except for its technical issues. I think it's a weird case in gaming, where you're ended up with games like this, particularly a game like Bloodstained that is intending to evoke a particular kind of game. It's intending to evoke the Metroidvania, Castlevania games, which, while it's focusing on Symphony of the Night, there were far more handheld Castlevanias in that style. All of them were fairly huge. Bloodstained is a huge game, but all of the handheld Metroidvanias were huge. And it's an interesting case of without updates, without the option to update these games at any point, these games are released in a far better technical state. And it does bring to mind the question of, are games these days being released like this deliberately, with the idea of the early adopters, the early buyers, being essentially beta testers who are paying for the privilege of being testers? Alright, something here. It's like, don't get me wrong, some of those Metroidvanias had problems. Mostly there were problems with the translation. Like, Aria of Sorrow has some problematic translation missteps. Like Rubicante, who you'll probably recognise if you ever play Final Fantasy IV, has been mistranslated as Rubicante. It wouldn't surprise me, it's really sad. It's just another of the many problems that are plaguing the industry and have kind of spiraled out of control over the past... I think generation is the best way to put it. And with all the numerous problems we've seen in the industry, it is one of the big reasons why I want to spend more time on the old stuff. Like, this stream is not a dedicated retro stream. But for the foreseeable future, we're playing retro stuff. Because it's just what I'm feeling like at the moment, because we look at all these problems. Oh, I can only destroy them with the green. Is that it? Do I only have so long to destroy them all? Is that the trick? Awesome. And I suppose at the very least, if the industry goes belly up, servers go down, and all the problems people prophesize with digital actually come to pass. At the very least, they can't take these games away from me. It's like, we look at Alundra, 22 years old this year. Still great. There's a whole library of PS2 games that I've got that I've not actually dived into that will keep me busy for years. There's plenty more Super Nintendo games, Nintendo 64 games, there's more PlayStation games. And it's one of the things that makes me really happy to not be someone who cares about graphics or age. That I'm really happy that I feel comfortable going back to old games like this. Because the industry could go belly up anytime soon. And if it does, these games will still be here for us. The detail in hand-drawn sprites animation really does show. It is undeniably a fantastic looking game. And I was saying last time, it's like, if somebody could figure out who owns the rights to this game, and we could actually get a proper re-release, that would be fantastic. So I imagine this professionally upscaled to HD. Excellent, now we have enough for that life vessel. Of course, the whole HD conversion collection stuff, HD versions of stuff, has proven to be pretty problematic in the past anyway. Like the Grandia HD collection has come out recently, and Grandia 2 HD is based off the PC Grandia 2 Anniversary Edition that came out a few years back, and it's playable. It's certainly more playable than the PS2 version was, but it's still not as good as the Dreamcast version. And I think that is kind of an issue when we're here doing these HD versions with all the benefit of the modern technology and original versions of the games, or just old versions of the games have... Oh wow, they're chasing me. Have big advantages over these re-released versions. It's like when I did Resident Evil 4 on my Let's Play channel, and I played the GameCube version. And it's interesting to see that the GameCube version and the Wii version, which is based off the GameCube version, both have visual effects that don't exist in any other port for some reason. And it's like, why? Particularly when Capcom does the whole Ultimate HD thing, like they did when they re-released it on PC. It's like Resident Evil 4 Ultimate HD Edition. It's like, cool. All you've done is made the resolution sharper, and all you've done is increase the resolution and cleaned up a few textures, but not all of them. It's very noticeable where you've not cleaned them up. And also, we're also missing visual flares from certain aspects. Why is that, Capcom? Oh, come on, I hit that guy from behind. You should not be able to block that. I'm missing 7, so I will use the strength time. It's like re-releases and remasters sound really good, but more often than not these days they're so lazy and barely put together. Let's make a quick bit of money. The Final Fantasy VIII remaster is one of the best examples. The only thing that's been updated about that game is the character models. And while that has been fairly extensive, every 3D model in that game has been redone, and that looks great. Everything else hasn't. And on top, of that, there's the frame rate issues with the menus. The menus run at a slower frame rate than the original game, which makes pulling off the Renzo Kuken harder than it was originally, which, you know, that's a lot of fun. Damn it. There's no rumble support, which the original game had. There we go. There's no analog support, which the original game had. And it becomes a case of, yeah, sure, you're getting better looking character models and better looking 3D models, but practically everything else has suffered. There. Okay, these guys don't work. don't need money right now. Give me health. That got close. I suppose at the end of the day with old games... Yeah, I remember the rumour of voice acting in Final Fantasy, and I would have been surprised if Square had gone through with it. Not even because of the cost of it, but rather the cost versus the benefits. Because you know that would have just led to major complaints. I can't jump over there, get back here. I suppose really, as far as old games go, what we're really after isn't re-releases, it's a way to just play them in some kind of modern convenience. Oh, sweet. Like the idea of the Retron 5, which was like, here's one system with HD, like, it'll connect to your HD displays and it'll play NES, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Super Famicom. And it's like, cool. If it actually worked, it would have been a great idea. Just the convenience of being able to redo these things. And I suppose Parasite Eve is a game I need to get to and actually finish myself. I was playing it and I stopped. But I think, like Final Fantasy VIII, Parasite Eve is a game that, rather than remastering, would just be better with some kind of modern way to play it. And not port, because Square has shown numerous times their ports are not up to snuff. It's like, we look at Final Fantasy, we look at 7, we look at 9, we look at the more recent ports of Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy 6, and they've all got major problems. And a lot of it is very clearly a lack of interest in putting the effort in. I gave Final Fantasy VII port on PS4 praise at one point, but I went through it for stream a few months back and came across so many problems that I hadn't seen before. How the hell do I get up there? Yeah, the whole situation with Chrono Trigger still really irritates me. It's one of those points I will always bring up whenever Americans complain about Europe getting stuff first. Like, the number of games we didn't get until years later, and the number of games we just didn't get, is unbelievable. As a result of the DS version being the only physical release Chrono Trigger ever got in Europe, The European copy of it is stupidly expensive. But thankfully, you know, America got it a bunch of times, so it's just really conveniently cheap to import a game from America for some reason. I mean, I think you've got an American copy of Chrono Trigger as well, haven't you, mate? I think that was a good use of my magic. You've got an American copy of Chrono Trigger for DS as well, haven't you, Bane? Nice. And... okay, that's not good. Back here. Yeah, same with me. I imported... yeah, I kept telling you about a Super Famicom version. I was glad you finally got around to buying that. Okay, it's one of you. I also imported Chrono Trigger on DS. It was cheaper to pick up new. It was cheaper to import it new than it was to buy it pre-owned from this country. I got Chrono Trigger at the same time I imported Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. Another game we didn't get. We did eventually get it on 3DS. We got the we got the port, the enhanced port, Redux. Didn't want to do that. I also ended up importing the first Devil Survivor. I imported the second one as well, got them both new. The PS2 ones, the Raido Kuzunoa games. I imported the first one. It was released. Jeez. Thank God the DS is region free. This is going well. Fact. Just get out of it. The first Raido Kuzunoa game was released in Europe, but it's rare and expensive, and it was cheaper for me to pick up a used copy of the. It was cheaper for me to pick up a new copy of the American version, fully sealed, than it was to get a used copy of the European. It was cheaper for me to get a brand new copy of both the first and the second game, actually, than it was to pick up a used copy of the European first game. I have no idea how close we are to the end of this dungeon. That's just not helpful. Keeper of the twin reptiles. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere that way. I mean, some things work in reverse for the US. There's a really weird case with Haunting Ground on PS2. It's weirdly expensive. For the 3DS. Perfect Chronology, I think that was called. It's a weird game. It gives you the ability to skip all the battles. I have no idea why. But Radiant Historia is worth picking up. I think Nintendo actually removed the ability to add funds on 3DS now. Which would mean you can't, if it's true, you can't pick that game up digitally anymore. Gilded Falcon is not what I need right now. Radiant Historia is another game we didn't get on DS, but we did get the 3DS port. Enhanced port. Okay. It's an interesting game. It handles time travel in a very interesting way. And I'd say it's worth playing through for that idea. Doesn't go as far with it as I would like. Essentially, oh jeez. I don't know. Essentially, don't. Why is the pause button mapped to both shoulder buttons as well? Essentially, the time travel idea of. Yeah, they're not being destroyed. Time travel idea for Radiant Historia revolves around, eventually, basically revolves around you travelling back and forward between two timelines. Point of this was. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I know what I need to do now. Yeah, like I say, Oh, that's just a health restore. Yeah, the whole haunting ground being weirdly expensive in the US is something I don't really get. I mean, I can understand why Rule of Rose is weirdly expensive here, although I think Rule of Rose is also really expensive in the US. One of the problems when you're actually after playing games price more often than not does not justify. Like, a game usually does not justify its price. Yeah, Rule of Rose is stupid expensive. It was never officially released in this country. Flawed by a deep fissure. Okay. Yeah, no, Rule of Rose was never officially released in this country. Some politician saw it somehow and was like, oh, this deals with child sexuality, we can't have that. And it's like the one time moral outcry against video games has actually gone anywhere. You can pick up a copy that'll work on a European PS2 because it was released in Europe, but it wasn't released in this country. Ah, crap. Yep. What country are you from, if you don't mind me asking, Professor? This is getting nasty. Denmark. I'm not entirely sure about Denmark. Ugh. It's Rule of Rose is stupidly expensive in the US as well. This is not going to end well. There it goes. Yeah. I don't think regardless of where you go, you'll ever find Rule of Rose for a decent price. And the worst part about that is Rule of Rose is not a good game. It's an interesting game, particularly in the way that it's a horror game that deals with the horror of children. Because children are horrible monsters. All that for a kid. But gameplay-wise, it is awful. It really is. I'm not happy with how many items I've used in this dungeon. I think I remember where I want to go. It's close. Get out of here. Damn it. I look away with the expectation I'm actually going in the direction I want, and it's like, nope. I have no idea how to press that switch. Yeah, it's just 9 times out of 10, a game that is very expensive is not worth the price you're paying for it. But then again, at that price, the game could be the best game ever. It would not be worth that price. What the hell is this door? I'm gonna backtrack through the entire dungeon and not find out. If we end up where I used the last key, then we've definitely gone wrong. Well, now you know if you ever end up seeing it in a thrift shop or a charity shop anywhere. I keep meaning to actually look in charity shops more often and I never do. I look in CX whenever I pass one. And like, oh, have they got any interesting stuff here? And I usually only look on the PS2 section, but they have expanded the retro stuff recently. But I always forget to check charity shops. I need to go to the toilet, so I will be right back, guys. Yeah, but I also just realised the Be Right Back screen doesn't actually have a setting for the music coming through the capture card, which meant I intended to leave you guys with the music, and that didn't happen. So that's wonderful. We did save, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we saved. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Professor. Those charity shops that don't know what they've got. Although in this day and age, yeah, it's harder to find somebody who doesn't know what they've got. More often you'll find somebody who thinks they've got something when they really don't. This go anywhere? This led up here, which means nothing. We could have taken that back. I think we are back at the last key, where we used the last key. And the question becomes, like, where the hell is the next door? Yeah, I'm not going back there. Okay, off we go again. If you saw Rule of Rose going for £10 in a charity shop and you did not pick it up, I would judge the hell out of you. Especially since, you now know exactly what you're dealing with. It's one of those things, it's worth, if you're gonna check charity shops and stuff like that, for old games, it's worth being prepared to Google any of this stuff. Like quick checks on eBay, Google a particular game that you found. Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. You can't go into a charity shop every day and expect to find gold. It's just, if you're going to find gold being sold really cheap, it would be in a charity shop. So it's something that would probably be wasted time almost all the time. But you never know if you might be lucky enough to find that one time. A lot of PS1 games, eh? And what do you think is... what do you think, Professor, is the rarest game in your collection? I'm actually really curious about this now. Damn it. Right, maybe not even rarest, maybe what you think would be the most expensive. No, get... Damn it. Suikoden 2, definitely. Actually, having a physical copy of Suikoden 2 is unbelievable. That's one of the primo rare games on PlayStation. Like, especially talking regular editions. Like, special editions of stuff, like if you can get the special edition of Elemental Gearbolt that has the whole, the case and the golden G-Con and that, Like, yeah, that's worth something. But regular games, regular editions of games, you really can't do much more expensive than Suikoden 2. Nice. We already went here, so where the hell are we going? But yeah, an actual physical copy of Suikoden 2 is impressive. Legend of Dragoon is also impressive, although slightly less so than Suikoden 2. Speaking of Rayman bundles, I picked up the Rayman collection on PS2 years back. I think it was in game. It has Rayman 2, Rayman 3 and Rayman M in it, and they were selling it as basically one game. I got it as part of one of games deals like the four for £10, £4 for £20 deals. And I said to the guy working the till, I was like, you know, this is 3 games, right? Yeah, but it counts as 1. It's like, alright. Okay, can I break through this? Is this what I've actually been supposed to do? Nope. I have to go through my collection actually, see what the rarest or possibly most expensive is. I was never big on PS1 collecting, or even picking up many games for PS1. A lot of my focus, as far as getting games for one system, was on PS2. I've got a lot of PS2 games that are probably worth a good amount. I managed to pick up Unlimited Saga on PS2 with its sleeve in beautiful condition. It cost me £3. I was really happy about that. I've never even played the damn thing. I've heard it's terrible, but it was in brilliant condition. Had that really nice sleeve with it, and it was £3. I was like, ooh, I need to get up there somehow. I can feel it. I'm just wandering back and forth. I think PS1 and I'm going to say early to mid PS2 is like the best era for JRPGs. Yeah, you told me when you got that Terra Enigma. You were very pleased with yourself. How do I get up to that? Can I move these? I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. There's got to be something with this switch. You know what's really funny and also kind of sad these days as far as games go? Collector's editions these days aren't worth jack. You know, I consider myself a fairly intelligent person. Oh god, that's all it did. I consider myself a fairly intelligent person, but sometimes I'm just a complete and utter moron. But yeah, it's like, look at some of the collector's editions I've bought since I started working. The Tales of Xillia collector's edition, the Tales of Xillia 2 collector's edition, the Mass Effect 3 collector's edition, I have the Final Fantasy 14 collector's edition on PS3, and the Persona 5 collector's edition. And you can guarantee none of them are worth a damn thing now. Because unlike in your old days, in your PS1 days, these games just... they're made in huge quantities now. So they don't pick up value like they used to. Tales of Xillia 1 and 2, both collector's editions, come with really nice figurines of the main characters. At the minute, yeah. Give it a couple of years, the whole thing will have dropped in price. That's an unlockable door? Now let's get this done with. Yeah. There's a good channel on YouTube called Ashens who does reviews and retrospectives of all kinds of weird stuff. Game systems, food, DVDs, random crap you can buy. And so far, he has done, I think, 7 separate videos on collector's editions. I think all of them from like the past 10 years. With all of these collector's editions, regardless of all the really nice stuff they come with, going for really cheap, and in some cases cheaper than the game on its own. And like I'm talking like some collector's edition with like these really beautiful statues going for like 30 quid maybe. They lose so much value these days so fast. He that treads foolishly into the sacred keep shall reap the pain of 1,000 crushed souls. I'm not even worried about the boss, I'm worried about the fact that these lizard men. Well, at least it stuns the enemies as well. I think one of the big problems with collector's editions these days is the amount that's being charged for them by the retailer or the publisher. It's like, you look at some of the Assassin's Creed collector's editions that have come out in recent years. All I have is the Wonder Essence. I have 1 revival, that's it. Alright, this ain't going anywhere. Like, Assassin's Creed collector's editions that are stupid expensive. And it's a case of, there's no way any of that is worth enough. is like a bullet hell with really unpredictable bullets. Jump too late. There you go. Itchy nose. They're stunned, but they can still block. First game I played would have been either Super Mario World or Link to the Past. There's a trick here, there has to be. Enemies keep respawning, the boss heals itself and can't be interrupted. There is a trick to this fight. There has to be. Alright, I think we're gonna leave this dungeon and get some supplies and then come back. Supplies like that. Ghosts and Goblins is a game I cannot understand how that stayed popular past the 80s. Particularly when the series refused to let go of its arcade difficulty. Regardless of what generation it was on. Like Super Ghouls and Ghosts, you still have to beat the game twice. Which is honestly ridiculous. Or Ultimate Ghouls and Ghosts. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins? The PSP one. Still stupid difficult, still have to finish the game twice. Let's head back to the village, we can get that life vessel, and we'll also pick up some supplies and head back. There's got to be a trick to that boss. It's about finding out what it is. I'm having your life vessel. Okay, grab the rest of these. At least I managed to get a strength tonic in the dungeon. Okay, so apparently just keep hitting him as a statue. Which is weird, because I tried hitting him and it didn't seem to do anything. Use the strength elixir as well, damn it. Okay, one more. I'm gonna go back and show Reptile Boss who is the real boss. Well, at least the door stays open and I don't have to shoot that switch again. Alright, let's go. Round 2. But now, for the most part, as far as my gaming history goes, it's pretty much always been console. I did make a push to do PC gaming a few years back, and I just couldn't really get into it. It wasn't really for me. Who knows, maybe I'll try and get into it more as the streams go on, because I did buy a lot of PC games because they go so cheap. And there's a lot of stuff on there that does really interest me. I have to get a setup for mouse and keyboard though. Yeah, it could be interesting, not just old console stuff, old PC stuff could be interesting. We'll see. I mean, as far as I'm concerned with the streaming, anything goes. I like the simplicity of console gaming. I like being able to... I like knowing... It's not this way. I like knowing that I can put a disc or a cartridge into my system and know that it's going to work without there being some kind of problem with my graphic settings, or my video card, or my sound settings. There are advantages to PC gaming, but the simplicity of console gaming is great, particularly when all I really want to do is play games. Alright, let's do this. I mean, it's less of a distinction these days. It's less of a distinction these days because with how close console gaming's come to PC gaming anyway. Particularly in the idea of expansions to the game and constant bloody updates. And who knows, maybe the game just won't work when you turn it on the current gen anyway. Spin that sword, elf boy. Defeated Reptilicus Maximus. Well, that was PC exclusive stuff was my major interest. When I wanted to do some PC gaming, like the PC exclusive Star Wars games, PC exclusive role-playing games. It's Red Lars. One whose inner strength and resolve is as potent as yours is a rare find indeed. If you have the resolve to fight to the death, you may be able to challenge Melzus himself. I can't keep doing that, it's already out in my throat. Hear my words, Releaser. You've come to be known as Jill. I am also one of the 7 Guardians. I was a metalsmith who sought to understand the mysteries of life. Seems like a weird thing for a metalsmith to do. To stop the evil present, in the mortal realm, I sacrificed my human form and vanished into time. I have given thought to trusting the light of your soul to save this weary land. However, you must bear in mind that to defeat Melzus is to risk the end of reality itself. Wait, what? If you can bear that risk, proceed. I feel like more of an explanation there would have been nice. Fire scroll. Woo. Woo. Yeah, PC exclusive Star Wars games, really interesting, like stuff like TIE Fighter, which is supposed to be like still one of the best Star Wars games. Stuff like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which I'm really into. It's like one of the few PC exclusive games I've ever really sank time into. The Second Crest. How do I lock Ernie? With your eyes, Bert. Indie titles, some time ago, yes, but these days so many indie games come to console anyway. Like Microsoft were making a push for them last generation, this generation. Sony and Nintendo both made a big push for them. And so you see indie games more often. You see indie games more in more places now than you used to. And PC exclusive indie games are far less common. Which I think is good. I mean, with the exception of first-party titles, I think making exclusives to one platform is less and less of a good thing. Well, I played KOTOR on Xbox. Even today, I've still got KOTOR on Xbox. What's the issue here? Oh, wonderful. Yeah, you've got a point. Megascar. I've heard that before. Did Lars mention it? It's strange to have the idea of a birthplace and a deathplace of everything be a physical place. Hollow Knight is fantastic. I picked it up on Switch a couple of years back and I really enjoyed it. Let me see, I used 3 herbs, so let's restore those, replenish those. Final Fantasy 11 was Xbox 360. KOTOR was original Xbox. I'll get to KOTOR at some point. I do really enjoy the game. I mean, I was really happy when KOTOR came out on Android. It's like, I'm not that big into mobile. Had some weird lag there, that was weird. Weird latency. I'm not that big on mobile games in general, but I have become really really fond of the idea of console games on mobile if they suit the format, which KOTOR does. It works really well on mobile, and having KOTOR in my pocket is awesome. I really wish I'd put KOTOR 2 on mobile as well, that'd be great. Because KOTOR 2 is the better game. Alright, let's go see Giles. Keisha. Oh, you're Remy. So you've given up already, Mia? She went into Giles' dream and accomplished nothing. Alright, let's do this. Is it too late? How would you know if you don't try? Not doing this for him. Okay. Let's do this. God, was this the maze dream? Giles, I found money in your dream and I brought it into the real world. It becomes interesting, particularly following Kline's nightmare. That Kline's nightmare had unique music, but with Giles we're back to the standard nightmare music. These things. If I recall, Maya's dream has different music, but you enter Maya's dream under. Oh jeez, it's a mimic. That accomplished nothing. If I recall, you enter Maya's dream under different circumstances. The shadows are trying to play tricks on me again. Let me fix that. The herb. Yeah, I think more than anything, it's strange that Kline's stream has different music when there's no apparent reason for it. Come on, the shadows are messing around here. Finally. Wait to see all my inputs. Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna try and sort this out. Alright, that feels better. Alright. Should've just plugged the damn controller in. Okay, there's another one there. So, do I have to find hidden shadow monsters here? That's the question. Nothing up here. Nothing here. Huh. There's that one platform off to the side there. It looks like it'll be tricky to get to. It has nothing on it, so the question becomes why? Why would it be so tricky to get to? Press the jump button. Make it a jump. Okay. I'm not entirely sure I can even make that jump. No, I don't think I can. Which means I'm wasting my time. Did we miss anything? This wasn't here before, was it? It's another moving floor. So I have a thought with this. Okay. Well, this is different. This pretty much is a maze. Oh wait, shadow monsters. What if I push it this way? And I think we have a winner. Still have no idea why they've mapped the pause menu to shoulder buttons. I think it's going to be worth calling it here for tonight, actually. Got a little over time. Giles' salvation. But he's still gonna call me a demon when I save his health. But yeah, that's gonna call it for tonight. We will be back on Sunday. Yes, Sunday. We're back Sunday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. I want to thank you for your support. I always appreciate it. Special thanks to Bane and Professor Snape for keeping me company in the chat. I always appreciate that, guys. Thank you. We're probably going to continue with Alundra for the minute when we come back on Sunday. I do kind of want to start alternating between games, but for the minute, since we've started Alundra like this, I want to continue with a focus on Alundra. Yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. Once again, thank you to everybody for your support, everybody who watched, who tuned in at any point. Again, thank you to Bane and Professor Snape for keeping me company in the chat. I always appreciate that. It's what keeps these streams as lively as they are, if you can call it that. One more time, that's 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time on Sunday, 8 PM GMT. Back more Alundra. Until then, thank you for watching, have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and I will see you all next time. Now, give me a minute, I want to see if I can add the Elgato music to the other points. It's in this one, it's not in this one. Can I add a source? Doesn't look like it. Huh. Okay, let me try this. Copy. No. Actually, you know what I think the difference might be? Let me copy this. And then put this down here, and you still get the music here, and put it in here, and you still get the music there. So now you have the wonderful nightmare music to see us off. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.